Right now I'm at the top of the leaderboard, not only for my team, but for the entire server. With 100 kills and 0 deaths, you're probably wondering how I got here. If you haven't already, check out my first 2 videos on Warlords. This one will give you the edge when playing as OPFOR. If you're relatively new to Arma 3 Warlords, you may not know there's an optimal route to take when capturing these first 10 or so objectives in the Northeast Peninsula. So you're going to start up right here. That's the OPFOR base. And you can only attack adjacent objectives from here. A lot of people want to go straight towards Molos. That way they can go up to Molos Airfield. You don't want to do that because you just don't have enough command points or resources to really take those. You'll be stuck there forever fighting for them. What you actually want to do is come straight down to Neodasis base. There's a couple of reasons for this, but the way this route works is the objectives kind of increase in difficulty. So at Neodasis base, you're maybe looking at like 1 or 2 enemy vehicles, but it's relatively easy to take. And once you take that, this actually overlooks the following 2, maybe 3rd objective if you get a good angle. Having that overlook will allow you to place turrets, like static turrets, and just rain fire down on those objectives. That makes it a lot easier. We'll get into that later in the video. But as you follow these arrows here, right, these objectives are getting a little bit harder and harder to take. But as you're getting there, because of all the previously captured objectives, you're making a lot more money. So you can get more vehicles, more AI, more gear. And that way, by the time you get up to Molos Airfield, you have the firepower, you have the command points that you need to actually take it. Depending on how many people you have, it might take a little while to capture Neodasis. But once you do, you're perfectly set for the next 2 objectives. If you go to the south side of Neodasis base, on the hill there is a perfect spot to place a raised GMG launcher. You can set it up there. You have a perfect view of both Ionina and Delphinaki, which will be your next 2 objectives. From up here, you can buy the grenade launcher for only 250 command points, rain fire down on the objectives. It'll make going through these like butter. When you get to Molos Airfield, there'll be about 5 enemy armored vehicles. So what you want to do, you want to get either AT launchers or tanks. Wrap up around the northeast side because there's a big hill up there that overlooks the entire airfield. And when you get up there, as you can see, we've already wiped out all the enemy vehicles from up here. This makes it a lot easier from trying to push in from the other side.
We have a transport truck with about 10 big troops as well as me behind it. We are looking outside.
Once you have aircraft up, it's very important to have a way to rearm, refuel, and repair them. You could set all this up at Molos Airfield, but that's in the far northeast corner of the map. Instead, you should use the large salt lake in the middle of the east coast. This will allow your aircraft to get back in the fight a lot faster, and the salt lake is in a large open area, allowing all of your aircraft plenty of room to land. I hope you guys liked the video. These 4 strategies will definitely give you a huge advantage when playing as OPFOR. If you haven't already, check out my previous Warlords videos for other tips.